bluffgawd. BLUFF_GAWD. Look him up. One of Kanye's close friends.
You know, if there's one thing I know about Rogan, and that y'all probably all do too, is that if you say something about him or critique him in any way, that's going to be the only thing he talks about for the next 6 months to a year. Okay? And this Marc Maron thing is, CNN using a filter on his video all over again. So he did finally respond to Marc Maron, which is a little bit surprising. I didn't expect him to, I thought he was too big to respond, you know what I mean? But I was wrong, you know what I mean? I was wrong. Let's get into the clip.
That's funny. They think like we move as a group.
Yeah.
They're all Republicans now.
It's the things I hear people apply to this comedy scene. I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys?
It's so dumb.
It's
so
ridiculous.
Dumb.
It's ridiculous.
I read another article the other day about us being an anti-woke comedy scene. Like, look, why not just do great stuff? Go do great stuff. Don't worry about what we're doing. And we're not anti-woke. There's no anti-woke. There's like a ton of left-wing comics at the mothership. It's like that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, name one, Joe. Name one left-wing comic at the mothership.
We're not dwelling on that. We're making fun of things.
All right, so it looks
LGB Tony doesn't count.
like Joe Rogan is acting like Joe Rogan again, because he seems to be in denial about the fact that he and his army of so-called healthy fellas are, in reality, just anti-woke comics. That's their entire identity now. So for Rogan to sit there and pretend like he is
comics. You know what I mean? Comics, right?
Anti-woke might be the funniest thing he's ever said. It's almost like he forgot that there are literally thousands of hours of him ranting about this exact thing online. Like his whole migration to Austin was built around the idea that there was this...
Dude, this dude looks so much like Professor X. Like, not even being funny, dude. Like, he looks like the actor who played Professor X in the X-Men. It's uncanny.
Massive crowd of people desperate for comics to stand up to the woke mob, which of course he knew he could turn into a gold mine. And luckily for us, he documented that entire thought process on his podcast. Like all the way back in early 2020, right before the big Austin move, Rogan was already trying to frame this narrative to his audience, that there's this untapped market of people out there who just want to see edgy comedians push back against the dark woke mob. That is what became his business model, and he figured out that if he could round up enough like-minded comics and set up shop in Texas, that he could corner that anti-woke market and profit off of it.
Yeah, he grifted hard, dude.
For years. Like, just listen to the way he talked about it with Mark Norman all the way back in January of 2020.
It's like the word retarded. Right?
Yes.
If you use that, you could use that word and everyone laughs, or you can use that word and you're a monster.
That's what I don't get. Why would you want to be on that bad snitch, tattletale side of all this?
Because they want to be woke. And because there's a lot of fear in being against wokeness.
That's what
it
is.
People coming after you. If you don't want to be shit on, you have to comply 100%. Mm-hmm. And then
That's
if you
so
don't,
scary.
they come after you. It is scary.
And it's a bummer. Who wants to live like that?
Well, nobody does. But here's the thing. When you don't comply, so many people are like, thank you.
Of course,
Thank you. There's so many. I think more people are happy. It's just the voices that are upset at you for not being woke, are the louder ones, and they're more into it because they're retarded.
And I think that
modern day philosophy, guys.
Clip is important because it shows the exact mindset Rogan had going into all this. Like, this was a calculated business move. He knew there was money in leaning into the right-wing grift, and he was aware that there was a huge demographic of people wanting to throw cash at anyone who promised to fight cancel culture and keep...
You know, dude, and there's nothing wrong with liking Joe and liking Kill Tony, you know? I'm just pointing things out, you know? They're ridiculous in their own ways, you know?
Comedy dangerous. So when Rogan plays dumb now, acting like he isn't part of the whole anti-woke crusade, it's laughable. I mean, the Austin
Yeah, bro, what the fuck?
scene was pretty much engineered out of this realization that the anti-woke angle was a business model. So now fast forward to today, and we...
Right, and you took your industry or whatever the fuck it is. You took it all the way to Texas because, I mean, if you look at Texas and the South stereotypically, there's, more Republicans and all this. So yeah, dude, it was...
You can see that Rogan's little plan worked out perfectly. Him and Tony Hinchcliffe have basically mastered the art of pandering to the anti-woke side of America, and honestly, it was the easiest layup imaginable. All they have to do is spit out a handful of anti-woke buzzwords and the crowd goes absolutely wild. No setup, punchline, or actual joke is needed. They just say whatever the buzzword of the week is, mix in a couple slurs about the LGBTQ community and people of color, and boom, standing ovation. The audience eats it up every single time. And now it's gotten so bad and hacked to the point where even some of their peers are exhausted by it. Like when Shane Gillis openly joked about this non-stop slur parade on the podcast he does with Matt McCusker.
Comedy movies are back.
True.
In a big way.
Pendulum swung.
Pendulum swung.
Pendulum's fully swung.
Maybe too far. Head down to the mothership, you go, oop.
Yeah.
Pendulum's maybe swung a little too far. Not everyone has to say it.
See, and I appreciate Shane for his honesty and, it's good that he's got a friend who, same just optically looks like, Matt might keep him grounded and keep him, normal, I guess. But the other guys, they're just so far gone, dude. Like, it's insane.
True.
Every single set.
So even the comics who made their name tiptoeing the line of offensive comedy are rolling their eyes at how lazy and hack it's all gotten. But now, as soon as Maron officially called them out for it, suddenly this whole crew goes into denial mode. And now all of a sudden Maron's just jealous and mad he's not part of the Rogan sphere. Like in this next clip, Joe literally frames the Rogan sphere as a walled garden that outsiders are just bitter about being...
I mean, here's the thing, dude. Like, when I was a kid, and, offensive comedy wasn't as easy to access, you know what I mean? The first time you hear it, yeah, it's like, oh, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like, my first real exposure to, like, discovering stand-up comedy that I liked would probably be, like, Pandora days, right? Right before streaming, 2018, 2019, but before that, all I knew was, like, the shit they show you on TV. Every now and again, you might see a special. I don't even remember seeing a special until, like, YouTube, to be honest, Bruce back in the day, George Lopez, and, coming from that era of media, someone like George Carlin does seem like a genius, so based, you know what I mean? But, it's 20 years later, dude. Like, you actually have to try, and that's in everything. Every genre of entertainment has to try, you know what I mean? Otherwise, people are going to start rejecting it, which is what's happening. It's happening with movies. It's happening with comedy. Like, the people who make fun of comedians are funnier than the fucking comedians. But I will say, dude, I watched Bert Kreischer's special, the last special he did, and even though some parts super cringe and shitty, like, it was a lot better than I thought it would have been. I thought it would, like, I would just be talking shit about him the whole time. Not the case, dude. A lot better than I thought it would be.
Left out of.
That's also, you got to realize, like, someone framing it in a way that's
Yes.
going to get people to read it.
Yeah.
And then there's people.
But that's also because he's not trying to be a political philosopher. You know what I mean? Like, we don't need that shit from comedians. That's the dumbest shit. You know what I mean? Like Sam Tripoli undercovering government conspiracies. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
People that genuinely do think that way.
Fucking
And
retard.
it's what a lot of that is, I think, is the walled garden issue. And the fact that there's like a walled garden, right? And when there's a walled garden, there's a bunch of people that are doing really well together and they're hanging out
VIP.
together and they have fun. And you're not in that group. You start getting mad at that and you find reasons why that's bad because, you want something like that in your life, which we all do. If I see like a whole group of friends like palling around and laughing, I always smile because I know what that's like. I like it. But if you never have that in your life and you see a
But everyone else gets jealous except you.
group of people palling around and having a good time together and hugging each other, just laughing and just having a good old time, you feel like left out. You feel disrespected almost.
You
Yeah.
feel
Do you
left
ever get
out and
angry?
disrespected.
Do you remember,
Joe.
like, I don't know if you ever experienced
Who's
this,
this
but
dumbass?
I'm assuming you have. It's kind of like when you're coming up the ladder initially in show business and you see famous people on TV and whatever.
Yeah, see, this guy is giving Joe the perspective of the other side because he's been outside of the walled garden his entire fucking life, dude. He's been doing those $35 sets a night for 3 weeks straight, hasn't slept.
And you got an opinion about everybody that's having too much fun.
What is this? Is this tattoo? Does that say Joe? Like Joe Rogan? Do you have a Joe Rogan tattoo on your fucking arm, dude?
It's annoying.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
that guy's music sucks and this
He's
and
a
that, whatever.
hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 5 years later,
Yeah, he's a hack. Yeah, we won't say anything about Maron directly, but we'll say exactly what he said about you guys. Yeah, you fucking...
you find yourself in a room with the guy at some party and you meet him and talk to him and you go, what? He's the nicest. What the fuck? What? I think I like his music now.
Oh, yeah. Do you have like a secret list of celebrities you hate in your head, dude? Who you think are assholes?
It just
I
changes.
know. It's so stupid.
Oh, dude, and he's saying this to Joe. So if this is like, I don't know who this fucking guy is. If it's his first time on the podcast, that's like very telling because it's like, that's kind of what that dude probably thought of Joe up until he made it onto the podcast. I'm sure he had those feelings for everyone who was on that podcast. Like the whole time he's doing his spots, you know what I mean? Crafting his jokes. He's like talking shit about like Andrew Santino for being on Joe Rogan's podcast. Oh, he's not funny at all, man. I'm way funnier than Bad Friends.
Alright, so according to Joe Rogan and his designated fart sniffer, Mr. DeRosa, any guy who dares
Phil DeRosa. Is that his name?
to call them out with reasonable criticism is just some bitter hater standing outside the club. Like, that's their go-to defense now. And if you know
Right, and they could be, but they're also right. He's also right. Like, there's no, you know.
notice, it's the same script that Tony Hinchcliffe rolled out last week when talking about Marc Maron and Anthony Jeselnik. It's always that critics are angry failures who just don't understand what it's like to win. But they never
Freak,
actually
dude.
address what
Freak. You know what I mean? Like, Tony is the worst.
when talking about Marc Maron and Anthony Jeselnik. It's always that
He's like the bug from Men in Black, and he just found like the wrong type of human to take their skin to be like a man. You know, he like took a, I don't even know, dude. This is awful.
critics are
He looks nuts, dude. He looks like a fucking clown.
angry failures who just don't understand what it's like to win. But they never actually address what Mark was calling them out for in the first place.
And what's crazy is, dude, people want to talk shit about Mark, but I'm pretty sure like you have to be a certain level of success to to interview the president, right? Didn't he interview Obama like in his garage, bro? And you want to talk shit, dude? Like that's un-American.
They just skate around it. Because I feel like deep down they know that there's some truth there. Like if we go all the way back to one of Maron's callouts, his actual problem isn't that these guys are successful podcasters. It's that they've gone so far down the right-wing pipeline that they barely resemble the people that they used to be.
Hey, and it wouldn't matter if they went down the left-wing pipeline. Don't go down any fucking pipelines. But that's the other thing. Like, it's the pipeline thing in general that's the problem, because a lot of these guys will go down the DMing 18 and under fans pipeline. You know what I mean? It's either that or Trump. You know, this
And that is a valid point. We've all watched Rogan and his
very epstenic, you know?
circle of comics drift from being edgy contrarians into fully blown political mouthpieces, doing the same talking points you would hear on Fox News during any given podcast. And Maron specifically pointed out how insane it was that Rogan and his buddies
Look at that dick sucking grin on Andrew's face. Look at him. So he's looking at Trump, but he's really like thinking about how proud he is of himself to finally interview a president of the United States, you know? Even though who gives a fuck? Why are you guys listening to podcasts with the president? Doesn't matter who it is, left or right. Stop.
Went as far as to publicly back Donald Trump during the election, solely because he...
And that's another thing. Theo is a complete retard, dude. And he's got J.D. Vance on his podcast. Guys. What are y'all doing?
advocated for free speech and bringing back comedy. Like, that was enough for them. Like, they turned one vague talking point into their entire political identities. And now they're realizing that maybe tying their brand to a politician that they barely understood in the first place was...
You know who else was on stage with Trump? Lil Pump. You know? You don't see Lil Pump going crazy out here acting like he's some kind of fucking political advisor or some shit.
Isn't the smartest long-term move.
And then it just evolved into the idea of the anti-woke angle of, you know, I'm voting the way I'm going to vote because, you know, I can't, you know, I don't have freedom of speech, which is it's a false premise. Yeah, there was cultural pushback and, you know, it got a little weird with the canceling, but I really think it would have found its level and language would have evolved as it does. You know, there's a lot of things we don't say anymore out of respect for people.
Yeah, it would have been fine, dude. It would have been fine. Shit.
That's why instead of addressing what he actually said, Rogan, DeRosa, and Tony default to the same tired narrative. Critics are just jealous.
I feel like they didn't even understand what the fuck he said, dude. They didn't even understand it. They got two brain cells between the three of them passing a vape back and forth.
Losers who want in. Because if they admitted that there's a shred of validity to the criticism, they'd also have to admit that their whole "we're just about freedom" shtick was built on shaky ground.
This feels like family to me. This is a beautiful thing. Everybody's so supportive. There's no backbiting. There's no...
Yeah, guys that you met for the first time last month feel like family to you. Are you fucking stupid?
shit talking.
Yes.
It's all fucking love. So when I hear people say negative shit about the Austin scene, I'm like, I've found it to be a beautiful experience, like truly heartwarming experience.
It's people that aren't in the scene. That's all it is. It's like people that they're looking at it from the outside. And it's not just us that are like this. Like, my thought on all this shit is that my favorite people to hang out with are comedians. And we do it here too. And some people don't want to hang with comics. They're lone wolves, and that's fine too, man.
So for Rogan to refuse that he and his pals were against the woke mob might just be, again, the funniest thing he's ever done. I mean, just take a look at the way he spoke about the quote-unquote woke mind virus to another guy who's trying to creep his way into the Rogan sphere, Tyler Fisher.
Show you these outrageous people over and over again with fake eyelashes, reading stories to kids, just freaking everybody out with a bunch of different, I'm Two-Spirit, and I'm...
Tyler Fisher's the guy who was doing the RFK impression, and Joe's like, no, stop, don't do that. Don't do
this and that. And
comedians.
I'm transmasculine with like fucking... The whole thing is just nuts.
And then
you should make that your whole next special, bro.
Shutting down free speech. I mean, I've been banned shut down for 3 years. They froze my. I was going all my pandemic shit. Oh,
He was going viral, dude, and he got banned for being too funny and too based, bro. Too based.
They banned you. What'd you do?
They don't have to tell you.
Dressed like a little boy, dressed like a 12-year-old. Look at this.
They don't. Besides being white,
boy.
I was texting while white. Yeah.
Oh, I was texting while white. No, dude, you fucking retard. Jesus Christ.
They don't have to tell you. That's part of when you sign up. It's the only way. Even look at the word woke. Woke used to be a cool thing, and because of comedy,
it's foolish.
It's now it's a clown world.
Because of comedy, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's a clown
Yeah, comedy took out woke single-handedly, totally, bro.
world word that you can't use on the other side. You can't say I'm woke because I was like, bah, you fucking idiot.
loser.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. So it becomes pejorative. It becomes something that someone points to. It says, oh, you're infected with the woke mind virus.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Woke mind virus.
So yeah, just wanted to point this hypocrisy out. But real quick here before I end the video, I just wanted to give credit to Mike David from Red Bar for finding these clips of Rogie during his latest episode. I'm sure you're familiar with Mike and you've probably already formed opinions about him, but let me just say that he's truly the godfather of this entire niche. We were all, in one way or another, inspired by what Mike's been doing at Red Bar for over 20 years now. Like the Elephant Graveyard gives all credit to Mike for his entire channel. So if you like my channel and everybody else's, you would probably really enjoy Red Bar. Like he's easily the funniest guy covering this stuff right now. But anyways, with that being said,
Yeah, he even does my intro, man. Shout outs to Mike. Yeah, dude, the woke mind virus attacks again, strikes again. This time in the form of Marc Maron, guys.